I'm not the type of guy that likes to come on and make videos like this. But when I heard the bad news, I had to come on and say something. Those who know me know that I'm a huge anime fan. And this man was the reason why I ended up becoming an anime fan. Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball and Dr. Slump, passed away. I don't know the details on how he died just yet. I'm gonna leave that up to the godfathers of the Dragon Ball fandom like Geekdom and Quaman. I just wanted to come on here and I wanted to share my experience and how he inspired me and how he influenced my life as an anime fan. Like you guys, a lot of people got exposed to Dragon Ball Z during the Toonami era. When you had Sailor Moon and Reboot and Dragon Ball Z, Gundam, and then later on Yu Yu Hakusho, more anime. But I was exposed to Dragon Ball Z, not Dragon Ball, but Dragon Ball Z a little earlier than that, in middle school, so to speak. There was a classmate of mine, his name was Matthias, and I don't know how he got it, but my first exposure to Dragon Ball Z was Dragon Ball Z movie 8, which was the first Broly movie. And it must have been during the tape trading things. That's how he got his hands on it, probably. There were no subtitles, and it was in Japanese. I had no idea what Dragon Ball was at that point, but I knew it was badass. I ain't gonna lie about that. Also, I vaguely remember when Dragon Ball Z was on syndication, I believe on WB, because I was still a kid in New York, so this had to be around 97. I was downstairs in the kitchen, I was cooking something, and I vaguely remember looking at the TV we had down there, and it was Son Goku running Serpentine Road. Still didn't know what Dragon Ball was until the Toonami era. Little did I know, because being a little kid back then, I was exposed to anime long before that, with Go Nagai, who created Mazinger Z, which was Americanized and was brought over here to be Transor Z, and of course Beast King Go Lion, which everybody knows is Voltron. So we all seen anime before, but that's a story for another day. Akira Toriyama, this guy was a legend. Like, regardless of if you did not like Dragon Ball, if you hated anime, everybody knew what Dragon Ball was. Everybody seen a Super Saiyan, everybody knew who Goku was and Vegeta and all of that. There is I cannot state the impact that this man has had on not just anime, but culture. And it was thanks to guys like Geekdom 101 that I went back and I read the manga. Whether you're a sub fan, whether you're a dub fan, whether you like the manga, you cannot say that this man did not have an impact on the anime world, because there were so many animes and mangas that were created because of him. Like, they took influence from Dragon Ball and from Dr. Slump. And it sucks when you see people that you look up to. Everybody's got to go. But he became immortalized just like Muhammad Ali. Just like figures like that. And it just sucks. I feel horrible for his family, his wife and his kids. I feel horrible for Bird Studios and Toyotaro and all the people that he's worked around and he's influenced. And he worked on the Dragon Ball manga from, I believe, 1984 to 1995. Then he retired. He did have a little bit of input on GT. He was the one that gave Dragon Ball GT its name because he was a car enthusiast. He was involved in the early stages of Dragon Ball GT. Then he took a step back. So a lot of people don't know that. Then he came back for Dragon Ball Super, and he's been involved with that all the way up until his death. In fact, we were about to get Dragon Ball Daima, which is about to come out, and Toriyama was heavily influenced by that. And it just sucks, man. Sucks to watch people you look up to, they get old and they pass on, but this man will forever be a legend. And I'm gonna keep his work alive because I'm always gonna watch Dragon Ball. I got Dragon Ball figures back there. I got the Dragon Ball manga back there. I'm a huge fan. And I just wanted to come on here and say a few things, about Toriyama. And it's just, like I said, it just sucks. And rest in peace to you. And condolences out to your family. And I'll keep your work alive by watching and reading. Rest in peace.